old white lady. He said, "Hey, are those your little color?" She said, "Hey, is those your little colored babies?" And the way she said it was so much sweetness in her voice. Like, "Hey, I'm just using the word that we use in our time frame." And I'm like,
I'm sorry.
Yes, these are my kids. But no, if the way this lady said it, she was trying to be as nice as she can be. She said, "Hey, are those your little colored babies?" I mean, she had this smile on her face, like, "Your babies are beautiful. I love this little family right here. Are those your little colored babies?" Now, how you get mad at this old lady because she's using the word that everybody in her time frame used?
How to push her down. How to push
She got the Hey Terrence, I understand your issue, man. Because with the N-word, nobody ever really says it endearingly.
Exactly.
I think we was on mute. We're gonna try this again. Welcome everybody to Apartment 4A. We're all here live all together. We have one missing. We always have one missing. You know, just like always, there's always somebody running a little late. So, I appreciate everybody for taking some time. Can you hear me now, Ash? I see you say you couldn't hear me. Yes, Mike, can you hear me?
They got us now.
Oh, y'all can hear me now? You
did.
I'm glad everybody can hear us. We appreciate y'all.
A quick shout out to Ashley. She is our people who monitor the show to make sure everything is good.
Oh yeah,
we appreciate you, Ashley.
Ashley's on the creative committee. You know, anytime we do something a little outside, she told us, "Hey, you do that little up."
And also official Apartment 4A cheerleader.
We appreciate you.
Oh yeah.
We appreciate everybody taking some time on a Friday. I know it's not Wednesday, it's on a Friday. Y'all could have been doing everything, but y'all sitting at the apartment with us. Fellas, how's it going, man? How everybody doing?
Going great, baby.
Going good. Just got out the road, hitting about a 4.5 hour drive. I feel pretty good.
That should be impossible, but we'll talk about that later. Hey, it's going good, but you know, I you know me, I always gotta throw something into it. Once again, I want to shout out to the people in Texas. Shout out to all those who've lost. You know, still tragedy going on in America, but you know, the beautiful thing about us is good to see each other once again. So this is the day the Lord has made, and we're gonna rejoice and be glad in it. So I'm happy. Everybody excited. I mean, it's just a great day. Just a great day.
Hey, amen, dude. Everybody, we're gonna send out our cash out. Everybody send us a donation.
Oh yeah, it's $1 donation from everybody. We'll have $6
individually. We'll give out the individual cash out.
We appreciate everybody. Thank you, Ika. We love the shirts. Thank you for the shout out on the shirt. So we shout out to Angela by Design for making the shirts. We appreciate it.
Hey, yeah, they nice. They make you look sexy. Yeah. You're official tissue now.
We're gonna put a link up somewhere. So you want to get a shirt, get a shirt.
Yeah. Most definitely let us know. You can get you a shirt.
Is she gonna cut us in on it? If we,
it's our merch. Once we get it, we say what we want. So you know,
I gotta copyright it. We try to get us.
No, we ain't gonna let them get copyrighted. We'll do it all. Yeah.
My bad. It's already copyrighted. My bad. Don't even. Yeah, we good.
So tonight's topic is a good topic. It's something that we all have experiences in. It is stuff that Black people, especially Black moms, African American moms and dad, said or did, or superstitions. For example, I give the first one. You know, when we was all little, mom and dad used to take us to the grocery store, and they used to say, "Don't touch nothing, don't ask for nothing, because you ain't getting nothing." You know, we all heard that story before, so we're gonna talk about some of those things that we've heard as kids, or even growing up. Some of those superstitions that we kind of took on ourselves and kind of rolled with it. So,
Well, I disagree with you on that. That's not a superstition. That's facts. That's facts. You know, it's straight real because you know if you think about it. I done worked in the grocery store, but I also been a child in the grocery store, and now I also been a parent in the grocery store. So anytime, so I done had all three phases. So whenever I walk into the store. Like my youngest son, he get ready to try to touch something. Boy, if you touch it, and he's 2, if you touch it, I'm gonna tear your tail up. So now he look at me with them droopy eyes, and he's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yes." And so he don't touch it. But at the end of the day, it shows that discipline is in place. A lot of times we see going on in life, kids don't respect discipline or don't have fear in them. And you know, that's why a lot of kids run through the store, grab stuff, pull stuff off the dresser, off the wall, whatever. You know, that's why that's how we screwed up in society today. You don't feel respect anything.
You gotta punch them in the chest every once in a while, just so they know.
Every once in a while. Punch them in the chest.
Just so they know.
So we don't condone abuse. Only for boys. You got daughters. No. Fellas, don't punch your daughters.
You have daughters, please look at them and give them a stern look.
Exactly. Or call your wife over.
so she can punch them in the chest.
So speaking of that, you know, your mom will give you a whooping, your dad give you a whooping or something like that. I don't know. I mean, I got whoopings. I don't know if nobody else, but I got them.
You know we all got.
Everybody in here got them.
And we
getting Willie problems.
Oh, yeah, we're light skinned.
Yeah, we were light skinned. Light skinned people
Evidence.
Light skinned people are not allowed to
get in his house.
Let's put a disclaimer out there. Yes.
Probably got to start.
We are not racist, but light skinned people are not allowed to get whooped. We just gonna put that disclaimer. Yeah, you know, it's coming from Willie Davis.
I wish I got a stern. So one thing, you know, when you get a whooping or something happen, you know, you get your parents always say this wonderful phrase: "Stop crying before I give you something to cry about." You're like, or
this hurt you more than it hurt.
Oh,
yeah. That was me more than
that. Bigger lies never been told.
You don't hurt me at all.
It's hurting you too.
Hey,
so you taking it so well, man. You got tears coming out your eyes as well.
Y'all know that hurt you. Now wait a minute now. Y'all ain't gonna sit with it. No, y'all know it hurt you. Man, when you whoop your child, you know it hurt you.
It hurt you. It don't hurt you more than it hurt them.
I told you I didn't want to do it. Exactly. It hurts me the fact that you broke the rules. Yeah. As in that pain is not my pain, it's a different pain.
Yeah. No, but you know, all pain is the same.
All pain is not the same.
Yes, it is. No. You don't want to help nobody.
You don't want to, but you have to.
So let's compare pain. If you say something about my mama, that hurts me. If I smack you in the face, that hurts you. And I say we even. No, we ain't even. You gonna want some smack back.
No, as a parent. Now you gotta think about it.
Only as a parent. So now pain is the same. But other folks' pain is different.
Wait a minute. But you gotta look at it this way now. I will say this. You as a parent, and that's why a lot of children are spoiled. I hate to say it that way.
So you got discipline.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because at the end of the day, nobody wants to see their child hurt. Nobody wants to see their child hurt.
You don't want to see your child hurt from the wrong thing, but the right thing is fine.
Yeah. But it go back to it. Even if you know your child, let's just say he or she say something that you know is wrong, and you really supposed to tell them up for it. You'll be like, well, I might let them slide this time. And in reality, that's what the gray area where a lot of parents fall into of discipline right and wrong. So what I'm saying is this: a lot of times people don't want to see that because we never want to see our child hurt because of discipline, but we know we gotta discipline, and it hurts us to discipline our child.
So let me ask you this, JP. Would you rather give the whooping or get the whooping?
I I'm always giving the whip.
Hey, just answer the question. I'm calling the add-ons. Answer.
Nah, because listen, gotta explain.
All right.
People really don't understand. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to give the whooping, and it's okay to feel bad when you give the whoopings. But you gotta know once you give the whoopings that the next time the child do that, they gonna understand it's a no-no for them to do it. Because as a parent, like I said, you know, I can look at I got 3 girls and 1 boy, right? So I can always say, well, and my girls always go, he ain't got no whooping for that yet, or he's still saying that or whatever, this, that, and the third. It's not the simple fact of I'm neglecting whooping my child. It goes back to he understands the difference between right and wrong.
I got you. What it sounds like is you show favoritism to a little boy.
Exactly what it sounds like.
A whole bunch of times.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
I see you don't punch him in the chest. But some girls, you get all up on them. That's his name.
Exactly. Not gonna get treated.
No, my baby gonna be treated a little different. My baby
He's a boy.
on the older one.
I think y'all got a point because you know we've been doing the show. We're 15 episodes in. We've been doing it for a while.
Yep.
Every episode, we see the little man. We never see the girl.
Never.
The little man always.
Oh yeah.
Always sleep on you, rocking and all kinds.
Oh yeah. It's no problem.
But my girls are also my angels. That I will say this: they take good care of me. But I will say this with them.
That little boy gonna be
you gotta go to the nursing home.
Yeah, the girls gonna be there.
They're gonna take care of
The girls will be on the street.
One like, yeah, gonna be
That's why he started talking to you.
Like my girls, they understand and they know and they went through. Now, I also have to adjust to the lifestyle that they're living in. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff that they say, man, my mom and dad would have slapped me in my face if they ever came and said some stuff to me about, but it's just how it is. But that's how I relate to my kids. My like for example, my second one and my baby girl, they love social media, right? And so that's all what they're about. Yeah. So they'll come talking to me social media, and it goes above my head, and they're not trying to be disrespectful. Yeah. But at the end of the day, is what are you saying? But they'll break it down to me. Now, my little boy, because of him, they say stuff following him, and it's borderline. They try to get him in trouble. Like, wait a minute now, let's see through it. Let's see through it.
So let's do this. You know, JP done took the whole topic from people were saying. Now we're talking about whoopers and let's come back. Let's come back. One of the comments, Mike said, he's still traumatized about the step on the crack, break your mama back.
I was gonna say that.
There's a lot of people who still don't step on the cracks to this day. I don't know where they came from.
I'm very observing the cracks now. For some odd reason. And my kids don't even know.
Back has ever been.
I don't know about a mama.
We ain't got no proof, man. That's what makes it superstitious.
Let me tell you. My mom, she just turned 74 years old, May 31st.
Well, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. May 31st.
Oh, yeah. She turned 74. Make babies in the house.
We just went down there. We celebrate. We fellowship with her.
But
when she said the 374, hey, what you want, Mom? Just come out and hang out.
Ain't nothing wrong.
You gave your grandbaby so I can love.
Yeah.
Grandbabies I can love.
Yes, yeah. And they went down there and they lied and talked and laughed and I was sleeping. But at the end of the day, she had a good time. But long story short, my mom used to always say, boy, if you step on that crack, my back gonna hurt. And so what she would do was when we would leave the grocery, or we'd be in the grocery store before we walk out the grocery store, if I step on a crack, she was like, oh, but I'm like, I'm like, what's wrong? She said, you stepped on my crack. You stepped on the crack. It hurt my back. I said, oh, Mama, I don't want to hurt you. So,
finessing.
Mama was feeding
She manifested
Oh yeah.
She did it. Oh yeah, Mama. Yeah, Mama did it.
Mama finessed you.
Yeah, Mama finessed me good. That's what it was. Mama finessed me good, but also, what I later learned in that was, you don't want to do things to hurt your mama feelings.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And I say that to you.
Yeah, I thought
Do I need to call my mama right now? I'm sorry. Hey, but in the end of the day, that was she always do. She threw it back in my. She threw it back in my face, and she would say this. She was like, "Well, you remember when you thought you was hurting me, when you really wasn't. Just think of now when I tell you, hey, come home this night. If you ain't coming home, you staying out, you driving, you doing this, and you ain't letting me know what's going on. I'm worried. My heart is hurt. You killing your mom." And so that how she kind of that right there made it to the point where me and her had a relationship where I could tell my mama anything, like literally anything, and good or bad or the ugly, and she would be able to talk to me, and I could be able to move forward in life. Because, like I said, if I, like, for example, prime example, one night we had a basketball game, and after the game, we came back. We went to Uport. After the game, we came back. We went to the party club called Hypnotic. And so we'll go to the
Hypnotic?
Yeah, it was a club, baby.
Okay.
And on time, on the represent, stand up.
I'm there, bro.
I ain't never heard of it.
Yeah, so we went to the Hypnotic. Anyway, long story short, we stayed up there. We played, we hung out, whatever. So they came and got me out the club. Mm-hmm. Mom and dad and said, "Why you didn't tell us where you at? What's going on? Blah blah this, blah blah that." Mm-hmm. I'm like, "Shoot, I'm just hanging out." Well, they're like, "Well, look, you young, you don't have license, the insurance, this, that, and the third. We need to know what's going on." Mm-hmm. You hurted me because now we worried. Yeah. And then Mom threw it back up on me. She was like, "Man, you remember when we were little? Mm-hmm. Every time you did something wrong, you used to always hurt me." And I said, "Ooh." And she said, "This is what you doing right now."
Ooh, so basic.
So superstition for JP was damaging.
So basically, if you step on a crack, you might.
Basically. Your mother intertwined cracks with the club.
My mom
when you start going into the club, that was the crack for you nowadays. And you
had on those cracks. The crack was communication.
Okay.
Let me get out the camera. Hey man, we can focus right on JP. Let me move the
No, the one coming we had, you talking 15 minutes ago.
I'm shut up.
I'm just talking.
But y'all
said you let everybody else talk, but you still you said
But like I was saying,
I'm letting everybody talk, but like I was saying, it's all about communication.
I understand Mother's Day was just last month. We had some deep feelings, and we understand JP mama just had a birthday, and he been reminiscing. So we got some things on his mind. It's okay.
For sure.
Don't step. Moral of the story.
Don't step on no cracks.
Don't step on crack.
Hypnotic without communication.
Exactly.
And just clarify everything. We talking about crack. We ain't talking about Crack.
We ain't talking about
Yeah.
As we talk about crack, I've been watching Snowfall.
I have not.
I
watched all those episodes.
I'm on episode. Season 1, so I'm not
Yeah.
ahead of.
I'm right there with you,
So everybody's
I ain't seen season 1 all the way through. I'm at like halfway through season 1. It's bad.
Who said that about it, right? Crack on whack. Witness said crack is whack.
Hey, yeah.
That's all I want to say.
I ain't gonna leave that because have you seen Snowfall? Everybody season 1.
I gotta talk about where I'm at. I can't talk about where I'm going. I gotta talk about where I'm at.
Hey, brother, you gotta catch up. So back to the comments.
One of the things my mom used to say, she still do this today. She asked me to go to the store, and she'd be like, "Hey, pick up whatever, like some oil or whatever." And I get in there, and I'll call and say, "Hey, it's the last one on the shelf." She'd be like, "Oh, don't get it. It's the last one. Don't never get the last one."
Yeah.
Why? What's wrong with the last one? If everybody buying them, they almost be everybody look over that.
Exactly. You don't want the one nobody wants.
Over that one. But how we know it's just the last one?
I'm telling you, man, you better buy that last one and be done.
There was more than one bottle of oil.
If it were 15 and 14 people came by and got it, you the 15th person. Why you can't get the last one?
You think you the 15th person? That's the one that's
pick
you
it
don't
up.
want that
The
one, man.
16th person pick it up. The 17th person pick it up. Probably the 25th person pick it up. And you the 26th person. You got to pick it up.
Yeah, it's somebody looked at that bottle, got in that car, went to the whole nother store, just so they can get the next to last bottle.
So, and here's another thing that we do. We do this. And I've been to the store and watched African Americans do this. It could be 5 of one item on the shelf and be 5 in a row. They'll never get the one in the front. They always reach behind and get the one behind.
I never worked at a grocery store. You want that first shit JP has and Willie has because they talk about it all the time.
I have too.
Hey man, if you ain't working in the grocery store, you ain't really living.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Your life will shake you to this point, man.
I am assuming they put the old stuff up front and the fresh stuff in the back. Do y'all do that?
It depends on what it is. I agree. I agree. Depends on what it is. 99.9%.
You gotta stop. You gotta rotate. You gotta put the bread back.
You gotta rotate the stock. Yeah.
But you won't catch an African American getting cut again.
They gonna never get the bad stuff.
Maybe Caucasian race.
Oh Lord. Lord have mercy.
Oh yeah.
What city we in?
We are in
Wedowe.
Mike said he's on season 1, episode 3. We right next to each other.
Oh my God, better catch up. Yeah. I don't know.
You get your life.
I just finished season 1 and I'm going to season 2.
Hey, you ahead of me, man.
We right next to each other.
You ain't seen another Snowfall?
No, I'm on like episode 4 of season 1. I'm ahead of Mike. Behind Terrence.
So
You didn't defend me when they started.
I literally said I'm right there with you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I said that, man. Yeah, man. Snowfall. I've been laughing for 24 hours. Let's get back to the topic.
So Mike said, but if you grab the 5th one in line, is that technically the last one? So like if you're on the shelf and there's 5 of them in line and you reach back there and grab the 5th one, aren't you technically grabbing the last one?
That's too much. Trying to get the first one.
It's the last one.
That's too much.
If it's not one behind the 5th one, then it is the last one.
So, but if it's 5 in line, you don't want the first one and you don't want the last one.
No,
you can grab the last one.
So technically it ain't the last one because there's 4 more up there. So you good. According to the superstition, you ain't getting the last one. Because the last one, the one don't nobody want. You don't want the one nobody want. I agree with Eric. That's I don't make the rules. I agree with Eric. It's still not the last one.
That's some crazy stuff. It don't make no sense. Yeah. If I go in the store and I want a particular item, maybe one, I feel lucky. I got the last one. I could have messed around and I got it.
That's true. That's logic. We're talking about logic.
So you go to Best Buy and you want a PS5, you get just the last one. You ain't gonna get it.
See, now what you talking? That's a whole different type of situation.
It's the last one.
PS5 ain't got no expiration date. That's the thing. That's the difference. Ain't no freshness rating.
Food has an intake.
There you go.
You got a certain amount of intake you gotta get. PS5 is outtake. It don't matter. It ain't gonna expire.
But if you go and get, like you say, you talking about a cans of beans, a bread, or whatever you gotta be off.
Can good last like 2 years.
Yeah, it don't matter. They don't matter.
Who said that? You said it no, ain't got 2 years on.
Yeah, it's pretty long time for them. It's pretty long time.
It's a long.
Yeah, it's a long time, man. Them couple of days ain't gonna make a difference.
As we talk about cans, are y'all hurricane prepared? That's supposed to be a tough hurricane season.
Look, it's a hurricane.
Hold on, JP can just jump around on story. Why can't I do the
We can only feed one random comment at a time. All right, we got enough random comments.
At least I lead into it. Start talking.
Just because you introduce your randomness don't make it no better.
At least I start on my randomness.
Yeah, man.
We gotta knock it.
Might have got 6 men showing up. Hey, he about on time.
His GPS told us 9:21.
We gonna see if it's actually Johnny Key.
I'm telling you, or if it's somebody else.
Yes, sir.
Jay Kills.
So to explain to everybody who is not here, our 6-member,
Come on, man.
Ivy Key has just walked into the house. He's late, like always. So we're gonna see if he's gonna jump on the camera. He's gonna hide behind the camera.
He just like a church member who try to skip the vote.
I don't know if it's on around. Grab your shirt, put it on, and get you
your shirt in the bedroom in that bag.
Juice, man.
Get you some juice.
Yeah, man.
Come on.
As you see,
Where's JP go?
see this is why we do episode.
Exactly. He do this when we at home too.
He do the exact same thing. You gonna JP gonna slide up?
Yeah, he gonna sit right there.
They gonna
I'm sitting right here.
Nah, I'm talking about Jay Key.
Oh yeah, he gonna sit like that.
Johnny Key.
He gonna talk.
Hey man.
So what's another superstition that, or just a saying that your parents might have heard? Oh, we talked about this a little bit today. You know, one of the things we said, we walked inside. We was all sitting outside. If y'all saw the picture, we was outside at Domino's and whatnot. And we came back inside. We noticed.
I hear this.
Our wives say this a lot.
Yep.
Our moms, grandmothers say this. Yeah, y'all smell like outside.
Exactly.
What does outside?
What does outside smell like? I need answers. Chat. What does outside smell like? I need description.
Now I can explain what outside smells like.
Go for it.
TJ, my son,
Your son.
he smells just like the outside. Whatever the outside is, he smells like it.
So let me ask you this, Dan. I posed this question earlier. You can sit on your patio at home, go inside, your wife say, you smell like outside. Y'all go out to eat at a restaurant. You want to sit inside or outside. You sit outside, y'all eat, you go home. Do you smell like outside then?
No,
It's a different outside.
Outside is as you sweat and as you move around. And if you are an 8-year-old boy, you don't put deodorant on. So your outside scent is a whole lot stronger than any other scent.
So I think you kind of lean over in the funk. we talking about just generic. I step outside, I sit down.
No,
I stand up, go inside.
when your parents say you smell like outside, they're trying to say that you funky without being rude.
So I ask for clarity. It ain't funk. It's like a specific outside fragrance. It's like
Outside has a smell.
yeah.
It's all funk.
Yeah. No, what are you talking about? Funk?
It's outside smell like that.
Yes, sir.
Oh, time out. Everybody, welcome to Jay Key.
Six strong.
I feel like when I
Yeah, talking to the mic. Hold on. Air gave us a tutorial on how we talking to the mic. Yeah. You cannot talk on the corner. You can't talk on the side. You ain't talking about You can't talk on the cord. You can't talk on the stand. Yeah, right there.
Had to get Terrence that whole.
So make sure you do a mic check. Make sure everybody can hear you.
Go ahead.
All right.
can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we.
Yeah, we're good. You got you. Back to the conversation. The outside is a little musky 8-year-old. That's my definition of outside.
Now earlier we were all outside. We were playing domino. We weren't moving. We weren't doing no heavy activity.
Nope.
Now when we came back inside, You had a outside smell. Now it's not necessarily a funk smell, but it's a outside
smell.
Fragrance.
Gotcha.
You feel me?
Man, you broke that down. I tried.
That's what we saying. We talking about
so is it? Kids.
That's what my question is.
Kids is a funk.
Yeah.
Because they outside and they outside.
They
It ain't really outside.
Hey, there you go. That's another thing that black folks do.
What's that?
They double up.
Oh yeah.
Outside is different from outside.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hard. You mad man.
Black.
You mad man.
We just said that we ain't talking about crack. We talking about crack.
Exactly. That makes it. Since you wasn't in part of the conversation initially.
He didn't know what to talk about. So JP, right now we're talking about. We gotta get JP up to speed.
Nah, don't talk to JP about no crack. Let's keep it where we was going.
We're talking about superstitions that black people have.
So coming up, a big superstition in my house was whenever someone is sweeping. Yeah, if they sweep your feet,
you can't
means you will go to jail.
Jail.
That's new. Hey, I guess jail is bad luck too.
Yeah, you're right about
So ours bad luck. That was bad luck. Ours was you can't let kids sweep the house because somebody would just show up. Somebody you didn't want to come by and visit would just show up.
That's a money thing. You don't want people just showing up at your house. You don't want to see all the stuff you got.
You don't want to go.
I mean, what they do with money? I don't want nobody. You don't want nobody just showing up at your house unannounced.
If you got money, you don't. If you don't.
So if you ain't got nothing, it don't matter, huh?
Right? If you don't, just go on.
I guess not.
If somebody showed up at your house random without calling, you be like, who that is? Answer that though.
Yeah, it might not get answered for sure.
Who is that?
I don't know. We sleep right now.
For a minute.
So, as we talk about superstition, have y'all seen Candyman?
Wait a minute.
I gotta put it in there. I saw it's on Prime now, and it is really good.
It's on
Really good.
It's on Prime.
We need to discuss your taste in news, my brother. Later on.
You didn't like Candyman? Candyman was really good.
Nah, I ain't like the Candyman. I don't like when they try to like politically charge a movie that should be a hack and slash movie. They do weird stuff.
Candyman wasn't really a hack and slash. It was more superstitious. You know, you say things.
I don't like when they politically charge. Wait a minute.
Time out. Where are we located at right now?
Kill people with.
Where are we located at right now?
Nowhere to get.
So, I don't care. Jason, Candyman, everybody but us. We don't need to talk about no skin collision.
We are in the woods, right?
We are in the woods.
I think that is Lake.
It is a lake.
Camp Crystal.
You don't even talk about that like that.
And the water is kind of shining.
Yeah, the other night, I think I saw Jason people hit up by the water.
I was like,
Well, he was confused. He saw two men black. He ain't know.
He was like, nah, they
So I don't want to talk about.
I saw a meme the other day. I apologize for just hopping in again. I apologize.
Yeah, you talking over the conversation.
Jake take over. I want to in the yard. I saw a meme the other day. It said the only person to fight Jason hands up was the black guy.
Friday, 13th, Jason goes to Matt with the New York.
He was in the ring and throwing blows at Jason.
No.
Yeah, man.
Jason got killed.
He got killed. Yeah, he died. But still, he was throwing blows. Nobody else stood toe to toe. I took off running.
I want to
I
context, man. Why?
Explain it, brother Willie.
I'm a movie buff now.
Okay.
Because the guy,
I tried.
Because the guy that was in Jason, if you ever seen South Central, and the guy that played Pookie, he went to jail. That was the guy that played. He was in the Jason Goes to Manhattan. Black, and he was a black guy.
I think don't think those two movies are black.
I'm ready to hit a connection.
He was. It was really odd. Like you have this one black guy they took a high school prom cruise on the ocean. It was crazy because when things went wrong, they took the cruise back to Manhattan.
Okay.
And Jason happened to get on the boat.
Yeah.
You feel
And
me?
that fella threw them blows on
He
me.
tried.
So you fighting Jason?
You gotta watch it.
So you fighting Jason now?
He fought Jason.
So will you fight Jason?
Yeah, he did get his head.
He shot.
He threw the man.
So you shoot ass to Jason?
He did. He threw him.
Why?
If you a brother with
You gonna run and get killed, or you gonna fight and get killed?
like your boy said in France,
Run, Forrest, run.
like Pop said, you got to go down using knees.
Run.
He was talking about not killing nobody when there was an option. Ain't no option to kill Jason. You either go
Every
down
time
now,
you say it, I know, so you gotta run. So you better run.
So let's go to a few comments here. Ashley said she's heard about the unwanted guests when kids sweep. You know, I was talking about that. Mike said, if I heard if someone sweep your feet, you'll never get married.
True, I heard that before.
I guess the broom and
You gotta spit on the broom. You gotta spit on the broom.
Okay. Mike said,
never heard that.
Spit on him.
you know, one thing he always heard, you know, Daddy, why your back always hurt? He said, just keep living, you know.
I'm carrying the family.
That's what it is. You carrying the family, huh? That's why your back hurt. Old people say that all the time. You know, just keep living. You gonna start hurting too.
Kill the babies every fall.
What about if you step over somebody? It's bad luck.
Step
Oh,
over
yeah.
somebody.
Yeah. If somebody lands on the ground and you step over them, it's bad luck. You gotta go back over them.
Or you
ain't heard that.
you know,
Yeah, you slip over.
Yeah.
Somebody did actually
Yeah,
say
Ashley
still
said-
don't split.
I'm a firm believer in pole split.
So split poles bad.
And
luck.
if you don't split them, or you
I
split them.
don't.
So what about breaking a mirror? You break mirrors?
I have no reason to break.
I'm
7 years bad luck.
I'm asking you, do you believe
But
it?
I will say I have broken a mirror in the process of moving.
Explains a lot, Billy.
I ain't had no bad luck.
7 years.
Kind of shaky, man.
Y'all trust me this much? If I got bad luck in this setting,
Why
we gotta have bad luck in
We
this
out nowhere. So if you got bad luck, everybody
we are out.
What's the name of this?
Dowie.
If y'all look up Wedowe, Mississippi,
Alabama. Wedowe, Alabama.
we just learned that this Wedowe. We went to a little restaurant here, and we asked the young waitress what's the name of the city, and she said it's Wedowe. And we told her we've been calling it Wedowe.
That's what it looked like.
And she said everybody calls it that, but it's
Yeah,
Wedowe.
that's how it's spelled.
I
Wedowe.
turned over by the dollar store. I heard them saying, criticize.
Criticize.
Mm-hmm.
Who was in criticize?
That's what I just heard voices.
Yeah, boy.
Y'all talking about movies and you don't remember that movie? Django?
Talk to the mic.
criticize.
Oh, criticize.
So here's
My wife's out here all day, maybe.
So Terrence, I got one. Mike just put in the comments. He said he heard if you ride around with the light on in the car at night, you'll get a ticket. So you get a ticket if you ride around with the light
Yeah,
on.
because you're black. Dude.
They can see you. Then
Yeah. So they're going to put you over for some.
pull up over your back. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that there's a law on that.
Oh, wait a minute. Time out. Terrence, you an officer. So if you ride around and you see me with my lights on in the car,
I don't know if you heard, but that's what he was doing.
Exactly.
Now I can't think of a law that's way, but growing up, I thought it was if you have a third light on outside of the front headlights, if you have an additional light on in the car, you can get a ticket.
no, I'm telling you.
But I don't think I ever.
If I'm driving my car
Uh-huh.
and you the officer of the law,
Okay.
and you see my light on,
Uh-huh.
and you might have some type of suspect thought, will you not pull me over?
Yes. Why would you? I would pull you over. The reason being, because I would think that you don't notice that the light is on. So I'll stop you and say, "Hey, do you notice your light is on?" If I see any kind of drug paraphernalia or open container, then I'll arrest you. So my question would be,
Who that question was saying?
you don't know.
So basically,
No, I don't ask that. I look for it.
I know.
So if I see it, I'm like, oh.
The light on is the door.
So to answer my question, Mike, that's real deal. That's your life on, brother.
Yeah, I guess to answer that question, there's no law for it, but it gives us reason suspicions to stop you. And if we stop you and we see some illegal things in your vehicle, we ain't gonna say that we charging you for having that third light on. We're gonna say that as we stop you to inform you that your light was on, we notice an open container, or we notice the smell of weed, and we arrest you.
Mike, cut the light out. Message. So that light on. Say I talk too much. Cut that light on.
Here's another thing, then, especially with people who. No, we can't see it. They won't have copyright for that.
Like the doom doom. Okay,
No, that's a sound. That's long.
I think this is the only sound he got access to right now. He talking about.
I'm saying another sound.
Now, never mind.
Thank you, chocolate ice.
Vanilla ice said, "This is not." I'm not saying. I'm not saying. I'm saying. That quick second makes a really difference.
I got you, chocolate ice.
Hey, I don't got lost
So here's another superstition. It's raining outside. Thunder and lightning.
Turn the TV off.
Turn the TV off and get off the phone.
Yeah, sit down.
No, not turn it off. Just unplug the TV as well.
Because the Lord is working. There you go. And when the Lord is working,
You gotta be still.
you be still.
Exactly. Well, I'm a strong believer in keep working because the other day it was storming and lightning. I was at football practice and lightning struck. They said, "Coach, it's lightning." I said, "What?" Keep pulling them tires.
Now,
Coach, it's lightning. Keep flipping them tires. Coach, it's raining. Lightning.
That sounds a little less like a superstition, more like a safety hazard.
because lightning was in 7 hours, you have to stop everything you do. The MHSAA, Mississippi Association of.
You talking about superstition, right?
I don't think that's a superstition. It sounds like a pretty firm law right there.
So I'd like to introduce y'all to a former coach of Mississippi.
Yeah, we talking about superstition, right?
Yeah, we're gonna start a GoFundMe.
Yeah, it's about law. I ain't talking about law. It's about superstition.
We're gonna start superstition. Just so y'all know, we're gonna start a GoFundMe for Jake. For JP, he gonna need it when we leave.
Yeah, hey.
So coaching ain't gonna be in the future no more.
So Mike has to do with Douglas beating his wife when the sun is shining and it's raining.
What?
Devil is right and a mustard shirt for some odd reason. I don't know what. I always picture because somebody said he has a mustard shirt on beating his wife.
I don't know.
I mean,
They call it wife beaters, right?
Yeah, most shirts get a bad
So I
rap.
don't think somebody said that. I just
That's
associate
imagery.
They ain't called muscle.
wife beater,
Right.
muscle shirt.
That's
Devil
exactly what
beating
they
his
call.
wife when it's sun out and rain.
I'm just trying to figure out when he get married.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
They,
Now, if we want to go into the
That's okay.
the earth is his wife.
That's okay. That's okay.
The earth was his bride, and when we brought sin into the world,
Oh, here we go.
We got to play another collection.
became
Sermon part 2.
the husband of the earth, and that's why we have sin.
Okay.
Now, if we want to go down that route, but Deacon JP haven't said anything, so we don't have to go down that route.
Okay.
We're good. You're good. I just tried to jump in before we jump in.
And it's Sunday school teacher.
Playwright. We got a lot of.
We got a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, but yeah. So I know y'all heard this one though.
Okay.
Do you have McDonald's money though?
McDonald's money. That's a saying
Hey,
Yeah.
that all parents say. I'm sure some of y'all say this to y'all kids.
you know, I have a situation where that has backfired with me
Okay.
because
Yeah.
with my kids, they have birthdays and they get money.
Yeah.
Lose
And
teeth.
so how we treat it, we have a money jar.
Yeah.
We keep all the money is in the jar.
Mhm.
So The day I tried to use that phrase with my son, he said, "Can we go to McDonald's?" I said, "If you have McDonald's money, yes." He said, "I do, Dad."
Oh,
It's in your room on the dresser.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all go to McDonald's?
I went in the room
And
I took the money out and I proceeded to go buy his Happy Meal because he
What else can you do?
the money. And you know, I said, "You're right.
Yeah.
You have the money.
You win this time.
You won. You know,
you won
I'm
this
not.
time.
This is your money." So
McDonald's it is.
There you go.
What you get now? Just know once that money runs out,
Yeah.
Ain't no more
You ain't
McDonald's.
got no more McDonald's money.
I ain't got it. I ain't got it.
Now I guess I'm gonna try to get us a sponsor. Greenlight. Have y'all got into Greenlight? The little card.
No, man.
So you put the money on the kid's card, and they have the ability to swipe their card and all the other stuff. It's very handy. So my thing is, hey, you have your card on you, and usually they don't, and they don't get McDonald's.
You know, McDonald's, you don't have your card.
If they
You leave your debit card at home.
swipe it left.
It's like a debit card.
You put money on the card.
Prepaid card.
Yeah, you put money on the card, and you can monitor all those things. I can
got
say the link because I can give me a $25 reference.
Yeah.
So if y'all don't have Greenlight,
Terrence, so
yeah, get
selfless,
us on
man.
Greenlight.
I see the $25 gift certificate or whatever. But I got one for us. Instead of talking about the kids, let's talk about as adults. Yeah, I know, right? But just think about it, because we hear it all the time. You are your friends, meaning you are who you hang around.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah, I don't know if that's an African American thing. I think that's kind of more general, though.
But let me ask you, how much truth is it? Meaning, just because your friend does A, B, and C, does that make you A, B, C /
I feel like, especially as parents,
Yeah.
we kind of say that to kind of get you to turn away, because you say birds of a feather flock together, then we turn around and say, well, if your friend jump off a bridge, you ain't gonna jump. Well, you know, which one is it? Am I following friends or am I not following friends? You know, you can't really have it both ways. We say a lot of stuff that kind of contradicts you.
Yeah. Kind of throwing stuff around just to get kids to do what we want to do for the most part.
I was listening to Kendrick Lamar today.
Yes, sir.
He was fly.
It's a pretty good album.
Not the new one. I went to the old school as I was driving because I listened to the new one a lot. But he has one. He has one called Peer Pressure, and he talked about he's a good kid, but when he was around his friends, he did all the things that his friends did, even though he was a good kid.
Oh yeah,
and I think that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Whenever you're around a lot of people who are doing the exact same thing, you don't want to be the oddball.
Yeah,
or you don't want to be the oddball, and you want to do the exact same thing they're doing just so you can fit in.
Yeah,
but then
mob mentality.
But then at the same time, I feel sometimes good kids are put in situations to make a difference. Because let's say you have those friends that are not doing what you're doing, but you're in that situation. Maybe you're put in that situation to make the change for those friends that you are hanging with. You feel me?
That's possible.
So let me ask you this. As you get of age, you have a choice to do what you want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you get like basically 21, 18 to 21, is there still a such thing as peer pressure?
Right.
Because now you of age. You of age. Either you gonna do it or you ain't. So is it still a such thing as peer pressure as you get older? We understand, as teenagers and as elementary students and whatnot, but when you get to 18, 21, 25, is there still a such thing as peer pressure?
Yes. I think it's called something different, a mob mentality.
Yeah, that's what it is.
As in whatever the masses is doing, you can do the exact same thing.
Yeah, most people go along to get along. Most people not extremists. They're not going to buck trends. They're going to go against the crowd. They're going to kind of try to keep a low profile, not draw attention to themselves. So they're going to allow some stuff or go along with stuff that they probably wouldn't if they were by themselves. That's in general most people. But I think that the birds of a feather flock together thing is more of a parental child kind of advice because kids don't understand how the outside world views them. So if you were a bunch of kids that's known to do, bad stuff, ain't nobody going to question y'all individually. They're going to be like, oh, you with them kids. They're going to judge you along with the other kids.
And with that, I kind of
once you grow up, then you can kind of be more granular with
so
it.
actually, it's the same as watch the company that you keep.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, really, I think it goes back to the stage that you are in your life. Because I mean, in high school, you're around a lot of different kids and peers, so you kind of adapt, and you want to fit in. Along with college, same thing. If you go out of state or go to a different school, meet new people, you kind of want to adapt, do this. Now, when you cross over into the adult stage, I mean, you have a lot of less interaction with just random people.
Exactly. You're not meeting new random people.
Even with coworkers, like if you translate it to today's, you have a lot of people teleworking. A lot of people not interacting with coworkers. So it's not really a lot of that peer pressure that's there, in my opinion. So I think once you get to that adult stage in life, to say peer pressure is still there.
I disagree.
Yeah, I think
if you sit at the house and the kids are snacking, what you gonna do?
But that ain't pretty good to do. But they gonna press you into snack as well, right?
But your kids got your peers though.
If you like snacking, you just like snacking.
He said he used the term as in because they're telework and you're not around your peers. Your peers are different now. If you're at the house,
my child is not.
I was gonna say your kids ain't your peers.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
I'm probably the same way. I'm probably gonna be mad if they snacking so much.
I'm controlling the snacking of my child.
Exactly.
So it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm probably mad if they snacking.
Your child will snack 24/7.
Exactly.
But even if you have those controlled snack times, when they snack, you snack.
No, I don't.
I snack. That's not. I fall into peer. Even though we have our snack time.
It's cool if you like to snack.
But I don't think that's peer pressure though. Y'all have a snack time. That's the time y'all snack.
Yeah.
That's time they snack because I said for them. I don't usually snack, but if they snack, why not snack?
I mean, it's snack time. It's an allowance for snacking. It's an allowance for snacking. That's cool, man. That's all right.
I think peer pressure is one of those things that we have control of, because as an adult, you get to choose what you want to do.
Yeah.
Now, peer pressure is somebody going, like, for example, oh, take this drink. Come on, man. Take this drink. Come on, man. And you just eventually break down and take the drink. That's a form of peer pressure.
Same thing like y'all just did at that bar. Who was it?
What?
Y'all may take them shots.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No idea.
Okay.
Because I don't recall any of us talking about taking a shot. I think the little lady walked by and said something about taking a shot.
Exactly.
I didn't agree to the shot. The shot went on my ticket.
I know.
Exactly. With no mind.
I know. It's all right.
I just eliminate folks. Everybody say when you're on my
I'm trying to help my friends
I agree with you.
I ain't giving you no peer pressure.
But I will say this, and truth be told, peer pressure is real from kids to adults. And a lot of times we try to put it into a situation where just because since you're doing this, you have to do this, or just because this group doing this, you need to do this. And that's where we fall short as people, because instead of embracing each individualism, we always try to push somebody to do something that sometimes they're not comfortable with. And but I mean, that happens everywhere. That happens through all phases of life. So that's one thing I think, bullying, peer pressure, I still think that's a major issue that we face in society today. That's why we see a lot of gang activity. That's why we see a lot of students shooting up school, young guys shooting up school. I think that's why we see America falling short, because of peer pressure.
Okay, really, so I'm gonna come back to that comment about peer pressure and the shooting in schools. I'm gonna ask y'all a question, but before we go there, Ashley had a comment. She says one superstition is don't open an umbrella inside.
No. Oh, you never do that.
Why?
Yeah.
No. That's bad luck, man.
Yeah, that's big bad blood. No, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain trouble for the rest of your life.
The first question is, why would you want to open an umbrella on the inside?
I'm just saying, but why not?
Because you're gonna rain troubles for the rest of your life. You don't ever unlock.
JP got the superstitions on lock.
You know, look, it was thunder and lightning the other day. I was at practice.
Because somebody opened the umbrella.
No, one of those kids wasn't this. When I got ready to walk inside the field, the umbrella went clock, boom. Then next you know, the lightning stopped, the thunder stopped. I said, "Thank you, Jesus," and we was outside to practice. But they say if you hold the umbrella up while it's thunder and lightning outside, it's gonna rain trouble on your life for the rest of your life. I ain't trying to do that out. Why would I try to say I negativity in my life?
Help me understand. You had an umbrella, but the players didn't have umbrella.
That's why you can't play football on umbrella.
So you can't get outside. You got an umbrella.
Hey, they play on Fridays. I don't play on Fridays. They play on Fridays. I don't play on Fridays. There you go.
I think everybody came across this whole GYBAITGDHRHBYMFA.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
Get your.
Yeah, we can't say half the words.
Oh, what is it? Say it again.
He knows what it is. No, I ain't your black behind in this house.
Yeah. And sit down somewhere before I
Get your black behind in this house
And sit down somewhere
before
I beat your black behind.
exactly.
No, wait a minute. That's the truth.
But I'm saying everybody don't know what that means.
Yeah,
No,
that's a brand.
Not the acronym like you just said.
But that's kind of a new thing that they post on social media.
Acronyms.
Yeah, saying like
Yeah, he doesn't like social.
yeah.
I'm not on social
Yeah.
So a new thing with social media, a lot of people post these sayings that the culture will understand, but other people will not understand.
Yeah.
And they post these letters.
Yep.
And I promise you, if you look at them
Immediately.
you immediately know what it means because, as we were talking about now, as a child, you have heard them
Oh yeah.
so many times.
Through
And
clenched
it
teeth.
has been embedded in your mind.
Yep.
So for just to post a group of letters and know exactly what it means,
That's
you
culture.
know, yeah, it's culture.
You gotta live that.
Yeah,
To
it's
know
like
Another saying that black moms used to say to go along with that, especially during the day.
Mhm.
If you're gonna be inside
Or outside.
or outside,
Oh yeah.
Don't leave the door open.
cause we ain't trying to air condition outside.
Oh yeah.
So as y'all talk about that, something popped up in my head. Now, if y'all hear, if somebody call y'all, hey, where is Tom? Do you all probably would know exactly what that means, right?
I ain't for that one with the.
So I'm an officer at a school with majority of Caucasian people, and this black lady who is not a fan of me, she said, "Hey, where is that Officer Tom at?" And all the white people said, "Tom, we don't have a Tom.
They talking about you.
We don't have a Tom." And she said, "No, Tom, the Officer Tom." Now they said, "No, we don't." You talking about Officer Taylor? But we don't have a Officer Tom. And then they told me that, and they were saying, "Hey, this lady was asking for Officer Tom, but we're not sure what she was saying."
And then they came and brought it to you.
And then I gave them a lesson on. They didn't. They really didn't.
No,
They
you gave him a lesson.
I gave them a lesson.
Oh, I wouldn't have gave him a
They were
lesson.
like,
I'm gonna get
I
out
didn't
these
even
mind.
think about that. That didn't even cross my mind. So that is another black term.
that was,
You the only black officer?
Huh?
You the only black officer?
No, but they knew who that was.
that was some ill eating.
Listen, they brought it to you.
Yeah, that was rough.
All I'm saying is, I done chose her Officer Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me and this
that-
young lady, we go up and down. We on a good route right now.
Nah.
Back then we wasn't good.
I'm glad y'all able to recover after Officer Tom. That's
Ma'am, if you watch the podcast, I hope y'all open down next year.
Hey, like I would literally at her if you don't mind, because I'm honest, because see, that's one thing about us that we really don't know how to help each other out. You know what I mean? We always think just because you do your job, we call you either Uncle Tom or this, that. But at the end of the day, I'm doing your job.
Just doing your job.
Yeah,
You doing your job. You gotta
keep
take
her kids safe.
Yeah.
Make sure nobody coming to the school and just roam around the building.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
if she try to walk into the school and I tell her, you can't come in, you got to stand outside the door. I'm trying to please I'm trying to please white people. No, I'm just trying to keep everybody safe.
You do your job.
That's what I said. She supposed to
Listen.
ease on in,
Uh-huh.
mosey on.
Well, you know who I am.
That's the problem. You trying to keep the kids safe. She want to be safe. Maybe she want to be safe. You trying to keep the kids safe. Maybe she needs you to get a little closer.
I couldn't help out.
No, they just hurt us.
So as you say, don't walk under a ladder.
Oh yeah. Definitely don't walk
That's
on the
another
ladder.
years of bad looking.
And then Mike say sun dodgers. I don't know what sun dodgers is. Anybody know what that is?
Dodgers chicken. Damn, I'm in the ring Dodgers chicken tonight. I forgot Dodgers chicken.
So it sounds like Dodgers chicken is bad luck.
Dodgers chicken is great look.
Listen, I'm telling you guys, all our followers and everybody, I appreciate you guys. As soon as I get the Dodgers chicken, I'm going live.
Oh yeah.
I'm going live from the page, and everybody's gonna see this mystical Dodgers chicken. They better be fired.
I'm telling you, I got to find some too when y'all talking.
I made a piece of Dodgers chicken. I forgot. I'm
They
sorry.
better be good.
Should have got a haircut. Huh? Cause by the time I got a haircut and then the Dodgers chicken come down here, it wasn't made.
It wouldn't.
I had to sacrifice some things coming down here. So haircut and Dodgers chicken I had to sacrifice.
We appreciate your sacrifice.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate your service.
I mean,
So
here's
here's something that we believe, especially
I
in
do.
the summer. We believe this in the summer. And now scientists say this ain't true.
Oh, that's
We
true.
say it all the time.
Is it on Facebook?
You can't wear black when it's hot outside.
Is it on Facebook?
They say that black absorbs heat.
But the scientists say it don't.
No, I know black.
Nah, it definitely absorbed heat. For sure. It absorbed heat.
I know.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I worked in Jackson. We had a polyester all black uniform.
Oh, that's
I knew
That's the
it was
devil.
polyester, and all that is black. But it just all heat just came upon you. How you walked out and just stuck on you and just came into your body.
Well, parents, I disagree because, like in the summer, every time we wear long sleeve whenever we do field maintenance, it's cooler on us.
They say long sleeves are good
Yeah.
because it keeps the air inside.
To keep the sun off of you.
But you asked
The
the
sun
question
is
about
hot.
dark colors. So I wear purple. I wear all types of dark colors in the summer.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about black. I wear black. Now, I don't wear polyester outside in the summer, but
I think that's
They say that
the elephant in the room.
absorbs in light colors.
The polyester is
Yeah.
but
And that made it work. Black and blue. It wasn't. It wasn't.
So we have, and this is what people say all the time from Renee Bradley. So another saying is, who let the hawk out? Y'all know about that hawk.
That hawk be out there.
Hawk be out there. Y'all know what it's
Hawk
called.
see it back in the eye. Folks don't know what that hawk be out there. What that hawk
man, that's a little more country than I'm used to right there. Listen, my uncle called himself the hawk.
I remember that.
He called himself, who know you, baby, all that long. He's a hawk. He a part of the daybreak. Now, when he step out, because like Willie said, when he step out, he gonna shut the party down. If you a Puffers or know any of my family members back in Oklahoma, Mississippi, you gonna understand what I'm talking about. Now he ain't from Oklahoma, Mississippi, so he don't know about the hawk. So I say that to say this: once you step outside and the wind get the blow, and then you say, "Ooh," and you run back inside the house, that's the hawk. The hawk make you say, "Good Lord, have mercy." The hawk is real.
all my niggas.
You better pay about 2 or 3 coats.
Somebody call you, say that hog outside. You get all the winter clothes.
You got all the way.
I ain't going out.
Yeah. And the glove.
Now I know. I never heard it before.
Yeah. For real, the hog. I was today years old.
Oh, you never heard it?
No.
Oh man.
Hey, y'all been listening about the hog.
I'll get you now.
Yeah. We ain't got much hog in Atlanta.
No.
Right.
We got it in
We got Atlanta Hawks though.
the hog is in
They no track.
Yeah, the Atlanta Hawks.
Oh wow. Damn. You just laid back.
The Atlanta Hawks.
There ain't no secret.
Did they make a playoff?
They demonstrated.
It don't matter if they make the playoffs. They don't lose.
There's a lot of them to play
The
out.
Hawks not out in Atlanta.
I ain't a Falcons fan. Shoot.
No, man.
Yeah, I forgot we was
Close to Georgia now.
Yeah, what we talking about? Yeah.
About 20.
Blake said, yeah.
30 minutes from
Ooh, so many.
20, 30 minutes.
So many of them. I can tell you. Go ahead.
Thank you.
But I tell you one that a lot of
We close to Georgia.
It is a good one.
We close to Georgia line.
Ashley said that we do. A lot of people do this for New Year's Eve. You know, eating black eyed peas for good luck.
Oh, that's true.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, every year.
And you put the penny in the bottom of the black eyed peas pot, and you get that penny.
Nah, I ain't gonna put a penny in there.
Nobody did the penny in the black eyed peas.
You definitely put it.
Make you prosperous. You just eat.
Make you believe you prosperous. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I became the best green cook in the past 4 years.
The best.
The best greens person that cook greens, whatever you want to say, in the past 4
What
years.
kind of greens you cook?
Black eyed peas, all of them.
What kind of greens you cook?
Turner?
Yeah, they nasty.
Hey, but
Hey, I really want to ask that question.
What?
What's the difference between mustard and turnip? They all
I'm gonna tell you.
taste the same to me.
Mustard, turnip, collard green, they all belong to each other.
What? You don't eat green?
No, I eat cabbage.
So we're gonna turn around Mike down.
They taste like
We're gonna meet Rod Mike next time.
it tastes like greens. It don't taste like
Who's
nothing.
been cooking y'all greens? Y'all been traumatized.
You don't eat greens either.
Y'all been traumatized, man.
You don't eat greens.
Greens is nasty.
No, they not.
No,
Bacon
man.
nasty. What they cooking your listen, what do greens taste like?
Liquid bacon.
Amazing. That ain't greens, man. It tastes like bacon.
My bacon tastes like bacon. But it's green.
All the bacon juice out the hard water with the salt of the bacon in.
Because they ain't green.
You got to get the.
Ain't no nutrients in it. Ain't no nutrients in it.
If they still have nutrients.
Ain't no nutrients in it. If you boil it to death,
But you eat salad.
no.
You don't eat no salad.
Brad is very.
Yeah, we gotta go change the topic.
Minimal lettuce.
Is it green?
I eat minimal lettuce.
But you eat cabbage.
I do eat cabbage. But I don't. Okay, but here's my thing with cabbage. I don't cook cabbage like folks cook greens. I don't cook them down to death and eat them soggy. I like my
You ain't gotta. That's what I'm saying. You ain't gotta cook it like that. You been traumatized, but we're gonna get you some good greens.
Oh, you had wrong.
Yeah, that's what happened.
This year.
So you saute the cabbage in it, and they still crunchy.
I got a little. I like a little crunch in my cabbage.
I like my man out here eating raw cabbage.
A tad bit of oil on top, sprinkle a little salt, and then saute
Hey, Rana here holding this cabbage up to the light and then eat it. He look light on it. Yeah.
Cook cabbage, I can cook green, but I don't eat it.
No, you can't cook no
You
you
can't cook it if you don't eat it.
I can.
No, you can't.
How you gonna tell me what I can't?
What like do? We tell you you don't eat it.
That is false.
You don't eat it. Okay, that's a superstition right there. Black folks do not trust people.
If you don't
If you don't eat it, you can't cook it.
How you know what it tastes like? You don't eat it.
I know.
That don't mean I haven't tasted it.
I guess John to say if it tastes nasty, would be good.
I was cooking it for
I
people.
eat it, but I
I'm cooking for
I don't care for it.
What?
But I can still cook it. I'm just saying anything. Like,
Yeah.
that just because
So
I
what you saying? They really gonna put some hog snoops on the grill.
What's a hog snoop?
Y'all heard what a hog snoop?
Snoop.
Snap.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. And he don't eat them.
He
So
can't
they
cook.
said he can't cook.
That's right.
I guarantee somebody who eat them
It don't matter. Okay.
all the time.
I can understand you say I know how to cook them. Yes, you know the recipe or how long they need to be.
Yeah, you follow directions. Yeah.
I understand that. But if you don't,
No, I can't. No,
Okay, go ahead. You don't eat 'em.
No. Okay. Now, in my life, ribs. I eat ribs from time to time, but I didn't really eat ribs growing up like this, like talking about. But I can cook ribs because I know the ingredients to put on ribs.
I understand
know
that.
what to do to make them taste good, and I can cook them.
but what you said was
What I said.
you didn't really eat ribs. Not that you did not like ribs.
Yeah.
It was just not something that you ate all the time.
Yeah, if you thought ribs tasted
ribs.
bad,
But
how can you get them to taste good with somebody else if you say they taste bad?
But that's just knowing how to cook.
That's like saying the chef in the
That's just-
restaurant
no,
eat
no,
everything he
no.
cook.
They do. Yes, they do. They eat everything they cook.
Look, if the chef,
A good chef eats everything they cook.
A chef eat everything.
A chef is creating the menu. Exactly.
If I'm a chef, and you come to me, I'm like, I don't eat catfish. You come to me like, I'm gonna pay you to cater to do some catfish for me. I'm gonna cook the hell out of the catfish.
You ain't a chef at that point. You a cook. You just cook what somebody tell you to cook. A chef is curating what is on the menu. He is cooking it based on what he wants to.
Come on,
A chef
He
is.
heard nobody say, I'll cook it, but I don't like it.
Come on, that.
I've heard that, but my confidence in you being able to cook it better than somebody who love it is non-existent.
No, just because you love it don't mean you know how to cook it.
But some,
Because you love it don't mean you know how to cook it.
but just because you can follow directions don't mean it's gonna be
Everybody
great.
don't know how to cook, may not love what they cook, but they know how to cook.
I understand.
So you can know how to cook,
Yes.
but get somebody who knows how to cook, which ain't hard to do.
No, that ain't what they.
And somebody who actually you just said they're just following directions, right? You follow the recipe, so it's gonna be good, right?
Nothing about following the recipe.
You did say that.
No. I made a difference of you saying somebody that loves a food and know how to cook it versus somebody who loves to cook and knows how to cook. Just because you love peas don't mean you know how to cook peas.
So I'm not saying loving peas make you know how to cook them. I'm saying somebody who actually knows how to cook, who actually loves this food, or even just likes it.
You changing what you just said though.
I'm clarifying.
Now you saying they love the food and they know how to cook. I'm saying the original question was the original what you posed was
food.
I don't like the food. I love the food.
I'm talking about love.
I'm saying what
Okay.
Can I say this real quick?
Say.
I disagree with Willie, but Willie won because his voice wasn't based on the rules
I have one.
bass in his voice, hand movement. He had a whole lot of emotion in what he was saying.
I learned that.
So,
You did it when that Terrence Henry is sitting over there. That must be what.
So, Terry, you also believe that if you don't like a food, you
no, I think that's crazy. But he won that argument. Now, I didn't believe it at first. So
y'all tell me every restaurant you go to and you order a food and someone's cooking it in the back.
Mhm.
They love that food.
Right.
And they're cooking it to their best ability because they love it.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that in order for you to cook something like great, that you have to at least know what it tastes like and know when it tastes good and when it don't.
Okay, okay.
It don't make sense if you think that this tastes bad all the time. And you can be like, yeah, this the one.
Like how? You were saying something.
That's why I'm clarifying, man. That's why I'm clarifying.
He was saying
he holding on to his point.
Hey,
y'all didn't express my point.
I understand your point.
What you say? Someone has to love it or has to really like it to know how to cook
Okay,
it.
y'all got into the love and like. The whole thing was, for the most part,
I said I don't eat greens and cabbage, but I can cook it.
right?
Y'all said
And
I
people,
can't.
and the superstition,
You can't cook it well. That's what we say.
I can't cook it well.
Based on Willie theory, yeah.
I put money
Well
on.
shaken.
I don't care. I put
Well
money
shaken.
on. If you love catfish, and Jonathan doesn't.
Yeah.
I put money on his catfish gonna be better than you cooking it because he knows.
Who is you? Like is anybody else?
That's even me. But I put money on it. If you got something that you love to eat and you love the taste of it, versus I don't eat it, but we gonna have the challenge of you cooking it versus I cook it. I know taste. It doesn't depend on if I like it or not. I know taste.
Okay.
So I feel like I will outcook you on that meal.
I got you.
I know taste.
The superstition was nothing was talking about love of food.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, there was nothing about whether a person loved the most or
that was what got to me.
Was a person. Basically, people do not want people to cook a food that they don't eat.
Oh, I don't.
Not that you love it.
I don't believe.
Not that you love it.
I don't believe everybody cooking salmon like salmon.
Because you don't know.
But no, when you eat out in places, unless it's like a mom and pop, everybody like you go to Applebee's, they have a script of where they cook stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like they just get in there and cook it.
Yeah, and they're not freestyling.
Like, let's say
They're not chefs. They just cook. They just follow the recipe.
in the whole barbecue sense. Let's say if we got a barbecue and the infamous who made
Yeah, who made the potato salad?
Yeah.
You know,
You don't eat potato salad, but I'm gonna make it.
Who made it? So you know, I get it in that.
And that's what I'm saying. That's all I was saying was typically folks don't go for people like you come in and say I don't eat greens, but I cook them. Folks gonna say, oh no, don't worry about it.
Yeah, you good. Because
you don't eat them.
That's what people gonna say.
I feel that.
I figured if I cook the greens and somebody say, who cooked these greens? I said, I did, but I don't like them.
Yeah, and I really like that, and I get the whole superstition of it. But I think it goes back to the person that's cooking it. That's like if I'm out here grilling and y'all say I want you to grill something I've never grilled.
Asparagus.
Yeah. And I've never grilled.
How would you grill it?
Would y'all trust me?
How would you grill it though?
Let you try it out.
Because you say that you are cook. Yeah. How would you grill asparagus?
Okay, but see, to me, that's different.
Can I answer?
Yeah, I'm coming to you. But to me,
Let me finish my point.
but to me, that's different. You didn't tell me you didn't like this. You told me you never made it before. But I believe that you can cook it. That's different.
Right.
But if you told me, hey, I don't like the taste of whatever it was, then I more than likely won't ask you to cook something that you don't eat.
Based on that information.
If I cook,
I understand
you
that.
wouldn't trust me to cook it.
If you only person cooking,
I get you now. You saying if like you asked me to cook
Whatever it is.
chicken, whatever, and I say I don't eat it. I don't really care for it.
I don't eat chicken. And you like for instance, my mama don't eat chicken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my mama don't eat chicken.
wait a minute, how you trying that?
Tell me
You gonna be
All the man eat chicken and watermelon. I do chicken.
So
Yeah, don't touch my.
now, let me ask you. So have my mama cooked chicken before when I was little? Yes, my mama cooked chicken when I was little. When I was little, I never knew if my mama ate chicken or not. Now that me and my brother grown it out the house, and my mom and dad are there by themselves. My mama don't eat chicken. She don't cook chicken. Not because my daddy don't want it. My daddy go, oh no, don't cook no chicken if you ain't gonna eat it. Don't cook nothing for me that you ain't gonna eat.
It sounds like your dad don't like your mama chicken. So
I
I don't like it.
And that may be true. That may be true. I don't know.
Let me ask you this: when you got ready for the plan your wedding, and you went to your caterer and you said we want this, and that, did you ask your caterer and say, "Hey"?
I might be a bad example.
Okay. When you went to your caterer and you said you want this, and that, did you ask your caterer, "Do you eat this? Do you eat that?"
That ain't not.
Okay.
That ain't a what? That ain't a what?
That's not a qualification for somebody who just
Qualification?
That's not a qualification.
like you.
But I get what you're saying.
I understand what you're saying.
I get the gist of what we say.
But as far as me paying you as a service, like it's your job to cook something.
Right.
Like
That's my job.
It's gonna be good.
I get that.
It's gonna be
But
good.
it might be nasty because you been in the catering place. They food would have been nasty too.
But if you
guarantee it's good.
two people came up and said, we
Exactly.
both cook chicken.
Yeah.
Well, I don't eat chicken.
Yeah,
And
you
I
like to run.
eat chicken. I'm more than likely gonna ask the person that at least eat chicken to cook it. They both cook chicken. And I get you.
It's definitely biased.
That person might
It's 100% biased.
And that may be true.
That's what making it superstition.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what making it superstition.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that person go cook chicken. That's not what I'm saying.
I need to go by Terry about me cooking this.
Yeah, go back. How would you cook asparagus?
How would you grill asparagus?
Okay, so first I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy it and first I'm going to cut it because asparagus is kind of long. You're not going to eat all the asparagus. You don't want to eat asparagus is vegetable. You're going to take it. I'm going to get some vegetable, probably some olive oil. I'm going to sprinkle it on it. I'm seasoning probably lightly with a little salt and pepper. And then I'm going to lightly grill it. I may use a griddle if you want it on the grill. I can do that too. But lightly, I'm gonna put it on the grill for a couple of minutes, and then kind of let it steam grill a little bit because it's not gonna cook long. Then take it off the back, sprinkle it with a little more seasoning, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
No, you would not make good asparagus.
Because what difference?
I do a caramel base of it. I let that brown sugar caramelize and I flip it. Caramelize in there with a little sprinkle of bacon.
You put brown sugar on this?
Oh yes,
And bacon.
it'll change your life.
Because
I enjoy asparagus. I tried a lot of, and as I go back to Eric, I enjoy asparagus, so I tried a bunch of different ways. And as I try different things, I make it even better.
Hey, that bacon,
Now,
honey.
with the salt and the little drizzle of olive oil and salt, will it be good? Will it be decent? Yes. But if you cook it in butter and then you throw some brown sugar in it, then you throw that sugar
Hey, did you eat it when you cooked it?
Huh?
Did you eat it when you
I
cooked it?
don't really eat asparagus.
Listen,
But did you eat it when you cooked it?
Yeah, I eat it once.
Good. Point control. So cook whatever you cook, eat it. That's
just
it.
because I don't eat it and I cook it, don't mean I ain't had somebody say maybe you need to add a little bit of this and then
Right.
So over time I done got better, even though I don't eat it. I ain't just saying I don't eat it. I just started out cooking everybody.
And I know I feel like this particular subject, everybody kind of took it personally. And nobody was saying
Everybody come out to carry the line and you know what I'm saying. I don't eat cabbage green, but I can cook it. Y'all just jumped on me.
I don't know.
That's a little shaky.
if it's on the table, I'm gonna keep on walking.
The superstition was just simple. If you don't eat it, you can't cook it. That's a superstition.
I get you.
That's a superstition. That's all it is.
I got you. On the superstition aspect of
Terry come to my house and bring me cabbage.
So,
Hey,
Antonio Cooper posed a question for us. We all over the place. We live. We live today. We appreciate it.
yeah, we here together, baby.
So he asked a question: as black men, how has being a part of a fraternity strengthened each of you?
Now I'm not in a fraternity, so can I throw this question out? Can I throw this idea out? Can I throw this idea out? So it's gonna be out of left field. Y'all can pick up on it. Y'all can move on. Y'all can answer y'all.
Let's answer the question first. Then throw it out.
Okay. As black men, how has being a part of a fraternity strengthened each of you? So 4 of us are in a fraternity. I don't know if y'all want to name them. I don't mind naming them.
We Omega Psi Phi Fraternity incorporated in 1911.
So who all was in Omega Psi Phi?
And I.
Okay, so myself, I'm in a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated.
I'm also a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated.
Okay.
Can we talk about people who've been in interest meetings?
No. Let's answer the brother. I watched them children. I've been to. Let's answer the other question. All right, let's answer the other question. So we live.
How, as black men, how has being a part of a fraternity strengthened each of you?
All right. I will go first. Part of being a fraternity has strengthened me. I will say I joined Omega Psi Phi my sophomore year in college, and it strengthened me in a way of through the bond of other individuals with the organization and different classifications. It helped me throughout my college tenure with other. Because at the time, it was other brothers in the frat that was in the same major with me. So that actually would draw my attention to it. That made me want to join. So that helped me in that aspect. And as I went through meeting and communicating with different people, it just it strengthened that aspect of me. Because I was I ain't gonna say I was a loner in high school, but I was really to myself, you know. And once I got out there, you meet different people, and a lot of people, I can't say as far as Rod and Eric, as far as if I make similar, but a lot of times we say you get out of the organization what you put into the organization. Yeah. So if you putting in the time, the effort, you get a lot, you know, through jobs, through education, through a lot of aspects in my life. You know, I've gained friends, I've gained connections. It's so much that I can talk about. So at the end of the day, it's kind of what you expect to get out of it is what it is. You have to put in the time, the work, and that's kind of my spiel.
Yeah. Can I piggyback off of Willie? Yeah, let me piggyback off of Willie. And they're speaking off of coming through as a. Pick out the phone.
Doesn't matter.
And
he just put his phone down.
Go ahead. Make it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Got some of that oil.
Really.
Thank y'all for joining.
But seriously though, and speaking off a graduate level, because I wasn't blessed to go through the undergraduate because of my academic failures. So coming through the graduate level, it taught me a sense of humbleness, perseverance, and also respect. Now, granted, you know, I've been blessed through my upcomings from growing as a coach to the greatest aspirations that I've received in my life, being named hometown hero of Columbus. But it also allowed me to, but it also it allowed me to, like I said, when I talk about humbleness, how everybody in life, no matter what title they maintain, all started out as one. And you have to respect each and every individual grind on how they receive their accomplishments. And I know this seems kind of backward. Well, if I'm, for example, let's just say if I'm this person and I have received this accomplishments and I'm trying to enter an organization, well, at the end of the day, we forget the word enter into. No, every organization, you have to be humble in order to enter into it. And that's what we forget as human beings, how to be humble. And it goes back to what we were talking about earlier with discipline and rearing your child. We all forget that you have to be humble growing up. We forget that. We forget that when mama say, be quiet, you be quiet on the instant. You're going to keep talking. And if you keep talking, guess what happens? Mama going to put something on that back end. So they gonna give you something to cry about. So if you enter,
them more than hurt you.
yeah, it's gonna hurt them more than hurt you. So if you enter into an organization where everything's already been established, I can't come around being prideful because other people have paid blood, sweat, and tears to get into it. So other people have been ranked higher than I have. So out of respect, how has entering into a fraternity helped me? It always reminds me to be humble of every accomplishment I have achieved. And that goes back to giving glory to God. It also goes back to
You need to own the show.
well, y'all shut up. but real talk. It keeps. Long story short, it keeps me to be humble because if I'm not humble and if I'm not giving glory to those who came before me, glory to God, I won't respect the path that I've traveled. So that's one thing that the fraternity has done for me. It has allowed me to remain humble, but also continue to attain my greater aspiration and what I want to do and achieve in life.
Can I throw something in there real quick? When you say this is it's not gonna be a long story, then it is long. Can we revoke that phrase? You know, to make it short. If we don't make it short, can we redact that from the from the statement? That's just like a preacher. You know, I ain't gonna be long. You go to church, just want to know the rules. I just want to make sure. You go to church and the preacher say, I ain't gonna be long. 2 hours later, and I think you should make a step up and stand up and say, hey, I apologize for interrupting you, Pastor, but you say you won't be long. I'm just going to remove that from the sermon CD because you are extremely long.
No, because I will get my point across.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yes, sir.
yeah. So like JP, I crossed grad chapter, but I had the opportunity to actually be kind of close with the undergrad when we crossed. So I kind of got to see a little bit of both sides. But the thing that I didn't even really know to expect before I crossed was that I actually learned was how to handle business. So being in the grad chapter, you know, you're not doing a lot of the things that the undergrad are doing as far as the advertising and fundraising stuff like that. You're doing more of the business side of things. And so for me, being in those meetings and just understanding like how to basically place men and, you know, produce, you know, products with men, groups of men, that was one thing that I learned. And it's kind of carried even throughout my career, throughout other organizations. They kind of carry that same kind of approach, especially when dealing with men, you know, being clear, make sure people understand their tasking, you know, understanding how to address other men as far as holding them accountable for what they're supposed to do, things like that. That was something I picked up, but that was beneficial for me.
Y'all trying to convert me into terrorists?
No. Hey, but I will say
That was extremely no.
But like Eric said, it means something because everybody that went, and I'm gonna let Ryan talk here in a minute, but everybody that went through stuff.
Do a timer and see how long. Is this a true minute? Continue. I apologize.
You got my clock. But like you just said, I mean, everybody go through different trials and tribulations, but it allows you to respect the process and you respect everybody that went through before you. And that's what makes you feel more prideful about it. Because it's just like the military, it's just like anything else. From people that played football before me, you know, just to see them put their blood, sweat, and tears from coaches that I admire, you know, just to see the work that they put in. You know, I don't want to let them down to say, hey, this is my protege. So I'm going to do everything I can to uplift their name. Go ahead, Rob.
Oh, he made it. 45 seconds. I apologize.
That's all I need. I need my own.
So for me, joining Phi Beta Sigma, my story, I joined Phi Beta Sigma because one, the members at the time, as I was undergrad, they made an impression on me. When I got to Southern Miss, the first day I got there, a lot of the men that were in the hall were hall directors and RAs. And so they made an impression on me that first day. And I was like, man, who are these guys? You know, what are they about? And so I took some time to learn more about them and their organization. When I got to Southern Miss, I had no idea what Phi Beta Sigma was. I only knew what one fraternity. I didn't no idea that there were other fraternities. I only knew one. And so after I joined and got in, I got an understanding that, hey, this is something that can make an impact on the university. And so I wanted to also make an impact on the university. I understood that we could do it better as a group and not an individual. Now, as I gotten older and been a professional, I've learned a lot of more, like Eric was saying, I learned how to be a professional and do a lot more professional things. And the fraternity, I'll be honest with you, they've helped me get a job. I mean, I've been to interviews and I've gotten a job, or at least more of a consideration, just because I was a Sigma. And the person that was interviewing me was in another fraternity or sorority. Yeah. Exactly. And I mean, I remember one job that I got, and she said, "Oh, you a Sigma? Oh, I love Sigma." Yeah. And next thing I know, I had the job. And you know, so I mean, straight up say that, you know, just professionally, just meeting people through the Divine Nine and being able to network and get out there a little bit more. Phi Beta Sigma has kind of helped push me for a professional. So.
And see, you're right. That's what we forget. You know, that's the whole purpose of all of the fraternities and everything, helping each other climb, helping each other uplift, helping each other grow. Like you said, you know, during the age of 1911, 1914, and 1920s and all those, you know, it goes back to helping people.
Oh, really? And you let it.
Helping people push through African American society where African Americans were not involved.
Yeah.
And you know, that's what we forget. And see, now people just take it and put it on the back burner, like, yeah, I'm this, but that's the whole design, that's the whole purpose of it. Helping each other climb.
That's what I'm talking about. I feel like I inspired everybody on the panel tonight. Initially, I was the first one, you know. So I said that. Thank you for the inspiration, bro. I saw what to do.
Remember, Antonio, if you're still along, hopefully that answers your question, at least for us. I'm not sure if you're in an organization.
So can I say mine real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So as I was listening to Kendrick Lamar new CD, The Big Stepper and Mr. Morale, you know what I thought about? I think that his alter ego, which is the Big Stepper, is a fraternity fella. That's where the stepping come in at. So he's saying his bonus is think about it, but does that make sense?
No.
This doesn't make all the stepping, and when he starts stepping in,
Let's go over the terrorist mind.
foolish. Y'all don't see that? I'm just saying.
Let's go over the terrorist mind.
The people and just the using.
Sounds like the military.
Exactly.
I guess everybody understood that. I apologize.
So let's go over the terrorist mind.
So we got a few more. Y'all see how this go live.
Yeah.
That's why we all do it at our own house.
Yeah,
Control a little bit. Just a few more things, and then we'll get off.
Did he appreciate my comment?
No. I appreciate your conversation.
Mike said when you were working out or jogging and the bear jump on your back.
Wait, what?
The bear, the bear is real.
When you get tired, you get real tired.
Man, I already got a job no more. I just walk.
So Ashley said if your hand is itching, you're going to get some money.
Yes, sir.
And if you say someone else's name by mistake, then they're talking about you.
Yeah.
If somebody said your ears are burning, that means somebody's talking about you.
Your ears are burning.
Or, you ever heard about your eye? If your left eye is jumping, that means somebody's talking about you.
Yeah, I heard something like that. I never remember.
Somebody talking about me.
Somebody said that.
What?
Oh, when putting somebody's going to die, I think
That's called athletic feet.
Miss Renee said, you hear dreaming of fish means someone is pregnant.
That's true. I can prove that. I can prove that. I know that.
So true that is true.
Look, I know that for fact 4 times in my life. I know when somebody dreams somebody about some fish 4 times. Every time they call me out on it. 2 times your grandmama called me out. 2 times my grandmama called me out.
So did they catch all the fish in your pond? You got one more in there.
No, we got 4. That's it.
Ain't no more fish.
Ain't no more fish swimming in my pond.
You want that basketball team?
No, I thank God for my 4. No, hey, we got to start 4. We just start 4.
Anybody got any more superstitions or sayings that we said as a culture of African Americans as we continue to grow?
I think we covered everything. The whole culture.
I'm
pretty sure there's a lot more out there.
It is a lot more.
That we didn't hit.
I learned a couple new ones today.
Yeah. Y'all ain't never heard about the hawk.
I heard about the hawk.
I ain't heard of
So I
it.
work at a funeral home. Have y'all?
Should I give them the mic?
No. Hey, that's right.
I need the screen.
I need the funeral.
So you never heard that if you ride beside a hearse, that means somebody done fell on that?
No, I never heard that.
Okay. I never used to.
You
ride
work
beside
in the
hearses.
funeral home. You always beside.
Hey, I
Yeah,
got
now I know different.
I got one.
Don't point at nobody's grave.
Yeah. Gonna fall off. I've heard that.
To counteract that, you have to bite all 5 fingers. Y'all know about that one?
Yeah.
So if you point at a grave and then it deletes it.
They say they stepping on the grave too.
Stephanie, and I heard something about don't step.
Don't step on the
They
grave.
said don't step on the grave, but let me tell you, when y'all out there up on them tents and chairs, you on somebody's grave.
Yeah, you on somebody.
Well, look, what's something about pointing at the star? Pointing at the star.
And that's that false grass over it. That's the covering. So you're not
You know that? Yeah. If you point at the star, you get a star. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Y'all never heard that?
I heard it.
I got one.
Okay.
I got one that I really think it was just something to make me clean up because as a child, my mom used to tell me.
Probably something.
My biggest thing was leaving my shoes under my bed. She said, if you leave your shoes under your bed, y'all ever heard of Hanks?
Yeah, it goes.
If you leave your shoes under your bed, the Hank will come and ride your back.
The Hank.
The ghost gonna ride your back.
I
know you heard.
Yeah.
A Hank is
So the ghost is gonna ride your back.
If you've ever been, this is what it is. Like if you've been awake, you've been alert, but you can't move. That's Hank.
Yeah.
So, but you can see everything going around, but you can't move.
Oh, I'd have had that. That wasn't no shoes though.
That's the story back.
But they go back to like also if you see a snake or a snake bite you in your dream.
Shoot, you dream about snakes, that ain't
good.
What they mean?
It's there.
Yeah.
Snakes.
Yeah. You dream about snakes, it's there.
Hey, I got a question. You ever heard the falling dream? Where you fall? If you don't catch yourself, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Who came back and told you?
I don't know.
Has anybody actually failed all the way down?
I have.
So you get the bottom.
Sleeping on the top bunk and you have a falling dream and you actually fall off.
That's a good one. She said never buy your husband or boyfriend shoes, but I heard to never buy somebody that you're dating shoes because they'll walk off on you.
Yeah.
Don't buy them a watch, or you'll run out. If it dies, you run out of time.
I was told not to eat a woman's spaghetti.
Yeah, we heard.
Oh, my mic broke.
I want to see y'all. I want to make sure y'all knew what I knew.
Chicago told me about this.
Also,
Anybody explain why you want to eat spaghetti?
I was going detail.
no, we don't need that.
See what happened.
So Ashley also said not to put a person on the floor. Not to put a person on the floor. Yeah.
I heard
No, my mic broke.
It might be bad, but
It's still broke.
might be time.
let's do that.
$23 and you can take that to the house.
And Rod got you.
I feel like singing a solo right about now. I feel professional.
As soon as we get off live, you can sing whatever you want.
Jesus on the main line or something.
Tell them what you want.
So, wait a minute, my mic broke.
If there's no more superstitious sayings, at this point, we're gonna go ahead and get ready to end the show.
We are live 48 minutes.
Hour 45 minutes on the show. We're live for the first time ever. This is how we are all the time. It's always a
Can't help it.
argument. And all six of us here. And as Terrence, you saw the rule in play. As Terrence pointed out, the loudest person wins. It doesn't matter if they right.
And off the
loudest they loudest.
That brother won.
Who won it?
Hey, I could.
Hey, he definitely getting gassed up.
Facial expressions. Yeah. His hand stayed like right here. His really hand was all right here.
I got to work in the extension now.
It was so nice with it. Like,
I got to get that full extension next time.
You got to pull it. And you see no wild now. You got to get it.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So you being safe.
That's my fault.
You got to get it out.
I'm being called. I can't do something but not cool. I got
You
to.
see how Willie the ribs can be cooked. You got to cook them right. You don't like to eat them. They can be eaten. Everybody get like that. You see how Willie laying back in his seat right there?
Oh, yeah, definitely took some nerve. You can see me with the full extension, cuz.
But Eric got you this round. Willie. Eric still saying lean forward. He still Jonathan got nervous.
I lost down the brother. I gotta get back in there.
So as you see, this how we are all the time. We like having a good time.
I was just thinking we were 19 to 18 to 20 to 21 years old.
I was on class
20 years ago.
Lord, please forgive this man for the lies he just
Willie was always in class.
He had class in the morning. If I didn't go, he'll take my car and still go.
Willie
was faithful going to class.
Willie.
What?
You remember we had one class together?
What class we had together?
Willie showed up one time and said, hey.
What class we had together? What class we had together?
He showed up.
We can't talk about that.
What?
We gotta talk about that when
I'm like, okay. Well, I disregard that comment.
right now. Wait till y'all might.
No, I'm just saying. Willie just showed
I
up.
forgot you was in there.
If for sure one thing, Willie went to class. At least 95% of the time.
Thank you.
He might get there once.
Look, I'm 99% right in my life. Everything I say, I'm 99% right.
Really, the difference wrap this up.
You get delusional.
Also, one of those sayings: if you stand beside somebody and it's light and they lying, oh yeah. Like, and I thought I heard some wrong. So like always,
It's always agreed.
Appreciate you guys, but you ain't got to go home. But you got to get up out of here. Deuces. Till next time.
I got my own room. At the end, after